Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, we're gonna be looking at how to make this antique uruli using takeaway boxes. I'm using an old tin box that I had. You can also use any takeaway box. So let's get started. For the base of the uruli, we'll be using this takeaway box. We will also be needing old packaging tape, air drying clay, painter's tape, white cement and Fevicol. We'll be using this old packaging material to form the shape of the uruli. Slowly unwrap these layers of packaging tape and pull out a few strands from it. For better strength, you can take a few thin strands and press them together to form a thicker bunch. Use hot glue to stick these strands to the base of the box. At this stage, just focus on covering the entirety of the bottom with tape, as this will form the base of the uruli's shape. Don't worry about how neat the strands are, we'll take care of them later. Once the base is completely covered, we'll start creating the actual shape of the uruli. For this, I'm using masking tape. Stick masking tape along the center of the bulge and use enough pressure to ensure that the thickness of the bulge is uniform throughout. Repeat the same process above and below the center line. To create the curve of the bulge, tuck in any excess packaging material that is protruding and use painter's tape to flatten it out. Using painter's tape here has two benefits. One, it helps us get the shape of the uruli right, and two, it helps the clay stick well to the surface. Repeat the same process for the bottom as well. To make this clay, I'm using a mixture of white cement, Fevicol and water. You can also use any air drying clay for this. For this DIY, I wanted to experiment a little and kneaded the clay into a paste-like consistency and applied it throughout the base of the uruli. During this process, I also ensured that I corrected any inconsistencies in shape. It turns out a little rough when it's dried, so you can sand it completely and smoothen the surface. I'm using a fine grain sandpaper here, but any grain would do. Next, roll out a long piece of clay and attach it to the base of the curve. Now gently press along this line of clay to ensure that the curve is smooth. Now take long thin strands of clay and cover the top of the uruli. To add a little texture here, I'm using old beads. At this point, I'm flattening the clay at the mouth of the uruli and making a pattern using the frame of a pen. I wanted the uruli to have a raised base instead of a flat one, so I set out to decorate the bottom part of the uruli as well. For this, I used the lid of the takeaway box and stuck it to the bottom using hot glue. For creating the legs of the uruli, you can use the cap of old toothpaste tubes or even bottle caps. Again, I used hot glue to stick these bottle caps in place. I then wanted to create handles for the uruli. For this, I just drew this simple handle shape on a thin cardboard and cut out 2 pieces. I then used air drying clay to add volume to the handle. You can use talcum powder to smoothen the surface to get a more rounded look. I then stuck both the handles to the uruli. At the top of the handle, I felt like it'd be nice to have a small embellishment, so I just rolled out a thin strand of clay and added it there. I lined the base of the uruli with a runny mixture of white cement, Fevicol and water. Once it's dry, it's time to paint. I used this shade because I wanted to give the uruli a very rustic, earthy look. I wanted to highlight the embellishments a little, so I folded a tissue paper and used it to dab gold paint on the beads. You can also use cotton instead of tissue paper, but nothing beats texturing using fingers. This process is generally messy, so you'll have to touch up once you're done. Once the paint dries, do apply a layer of varnish or Mod Podge for longevity. And this is how it looks. Hope you like this DIY. Do let me know in the comments below. And happy Varalakshmi Vratam to all of you. I can't wait to use this uruli as a decor piece in my puja. Do let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more decoration ideas for Varalakshmi Vratam. And of course, do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. The handle's at the Rajamata's Royal Art. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Stay safe, stay healthy.